My name is Ms. Natasha binti Masli and my ID number is MDA2211047. Today, I will present about responsibilities of taxpayers. Responsibilities of taxpayers, which is Mr. Ahmad. First, Mr. Ahmad must keep records of specific documents for 7 years from the end of the year the income tax return form, which is ITRF, is filed. These documents include EA or EC forms, original dividend vouchers, insurance premium receipts, book purchase receipts, medical receipts, and donation and zakat receipts. If the tax return is submitted late, records must be kept for 7 years from the submission year. The Inland Revenue Board of Malaysia, which is LHDN, can request these documents to support previous tax payments. The next one is Mr. Ahmad must also obtain and submit the appropriate ITRF. Because Mr. Ahmad is a business owner, Mr. Ahmad must submit the B form, which is the due date by June 30 each year. The corporations must file annual returns electronically. The third one is the balance of the tax must be paid before due dates. For employers, actual tax payable is reduced by monthly tax deductions. If there is late payments, the late payments may incur a 10% penalty on the unpaid or late amount. The last one is Mr. Ahmad must notify the IRBM of any change in residential or business address within 30 days. This can be done through the IRBM e-commerce portal, a written notification letter, or by visiting the nearest IRBM branch. Failure to notify within 30 days can result in penalties.
Next, I'll be presenting about self-assessment system, or short, we can call it SAS. SAS was introduced by LHDN that helped taxpayers manage their tax, and the SAS has been implemented since 2001 in stages. SAS transfer responsibility of tax calculation, reporting, and payment from tax authorities directly to the taxpayer. Okay, next, how to file taxes. Mr. Ahmad needs to understand his tax obligations first. By this, Mr. Ahmad needs to be familiar with tax laws and regulation relevant to his income, deductions, and credits. LHDN provides comprehensive guidelines for this. Next, Mr. Ahmad needs to identify his taxable income. He should determine all sources of his income to ensure that he can avoid from being declared undeclared income and can be penalized. He also needs to maintain accurate record of his income, documentation, expenses record, and his investment record. Okay, next we go to the benefits. One of the benefits of SAS is the simplicity of tax filing process, which is e-filing. The system is accessible via LHDN portal that provides user-friendly interface that guides taxpayers step by step. Additionally, LHDN also assists taxpayers with multi-frequent asked question and support services. Lastly, we'll be talking about the importance of SAS, which is the SAS emphasizes the importance of maintaining proper record and documentation to support the information reported in tax returns. This means that it is important that the reports are tallied with tax returns so it can be evidence. Regular audits will check conducted by LHDN to ensure tax adherence to tax laws and promote fair and just tax system. Besides that, by implementing SAS, it will align with international best practices and also enhancing Malaysia's reputation for having a robust and efficient tax administration system.
Next, we move to return and assessment. Mr. Ahmad must record all sources of his income, including his additional income. Due to Mr. Ahmad's refusal to disclose 200k of his income, an audit was conducted. The audit entailed a thorough examination of all Mr. Ahmad's financial records, including bank account and real estate transactions, and it turned up irregularities. Mr. Ahmad consequently fined 60,000 for evading tax. To avoid future penalties, Mr. Ahmad must ensure full compliance by maintaining accurate record, declaring all income, and timely filing his tax return.
Okay, now let's focus on amendment of tax returns. So, what is amendment of tax returns? It is a crucial process that allows taxpayers to correct any errors, inaccuracies in their previous filed returns. LHDN provides guidelines and steps for effectively amending tax return. Okay, first, we need to understand the need of amendment. What is the need for amendment? There are several possibilities here, which is incorrect reporting of income, misdeduction or credits, errors in personal information, and changes in tax laws. Now, let's move on to steps for amendment. First is identify the need for amendment. Second is gather the supporting documents. Next is go to LHDN portal and navigate to the amendment section. After that, make corrections to the errors and submit. Furthermore, please make sure to take acknowledgement and follow up informations from LHDN. And lastly, adjust the payments or monitor the status of refunds.
Now let's move to the offence and penalty. The first offence made by Mr. Ahmad is he has not been diligent in declaring all his income to LHDN, which are 500,000 ringgit. According to Section 114 Act Income Tax 1967, Mr. Ahmad can be penalised, which are 1,000 to 20,000 ringgit or imprisonment not exceeding 3 years or both. Next, the offence made by Mr. Ahmad is he had not declaring 200,000 ringgit of his income. He can be penalised 1,000 to 10,000 ringgit or 200% based on the amount of tax evaded under Section 1131A Income Tax Act 1967.
Let's continue to appeal. Mr. Ahmad might file an appeal if he thought the LHDN assessment and penalty was unfair or wrong. He has 30 days from the date of notice assessment to file a notice of appeal as known as Form Q to the Special Commissioner of Income Tax in order to do this. He also must have a supporting paperwork and evidence for his statement. He can also make sure that his appeal is properly prepared and presented by speaking with a tax expert or legal counsel.